A traveler enters a quiet town where people avoid eye contact. Strange whispers follow him through the street. He notices an old house everyone avoids. Curiosity drags him inside. Dusty furniture, broken windows, and a locked door upstairs. A sound footsteps, but no one is there. He finds a key under the floorboards, unlocks the upstairs door. Inside, a diary. The last entry ends with, "If you're reading this, it's already too late." He hears voices calling his name. The diary describes how the house traps souls. Suddenly, the door slams shut behind him. A shadow figure appears. It whispers, "Leave before midnight." But the clock shows 11:59 p.m. He runs for the door. It won't open. The shadow grows larger, reaching out. The clock strikes 12. Silence. The next morning, the town is silent again. A new traveler arrives. His same whispers follow him. Camera pans to the old house window where our first traveler is now standing, staring out. Would you dare enter this house? Comment below and subscribe for more chilling stories. The road stretched on, a gray ribbon winding through endless, indifferent fields. But then, a smudge on the horizon grew into a town. A place not on any map I owned. I called it Silence, because that's all that greeted me. The few people I saw scurried away, heads down, eyes fixed on the cracked pavement. It was a town of averted gazes and hushed whispers that felt like they were clinging to my back. They all shared one common fear, a fear that lived at the end of Main Street. A house, old, decaying, its windows like vacant eyes. It was a place the townsfolk pretended didn't exist, a void in their collective reality. And me? I'm a moth, and that house was a flame. I had. Why? The front door groaned open under the slightest pressure, as if it had been waiting. Dust motes danced in the slivers of afternoon light, illuminating a world frozen in time. A grand staircase swept upwards into shadow. Everything was coated in a thick, gray blanket of neglect. I took a step inside, and the door slammed shut behind me with a deafening boom. The sound echoed, then faded, leaving a silence deeper than before. I wasn't alone. I could feel it. A presence, heavy and ancient, breathing in the stale air alongside me. I tried the door. Locked, solid. The chill on my skin wasn't from the draft anymore. It was pure, unadulterated fear. I decided to explore. Maybe find another way out. Upstairs, the floorboards cried under my weight. Each room was a mausoleum of forgotten lives. In one, a rocking chair swayed gently, as if its occupant had just vanished. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Heavy, deliberate, coming from the floor above me. But there, was no floor above me. Just the attic. I froze, every nerve screaming. The footsteps paced back and forth, a restless, caged energy. I backed out of the room, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. My eyes darted around, looking for an explanation, anything to ground me in reality. That's when I saw it. On a small, dusty writing desk lay a leather-bound diary. Its pages were brittle, the ink faded to a rusty brown. It belonged to a woman named Elara, who lived here a century ago. Her early entries were full of hope, of love for this house. But the tone shifted. She wrote of whispers in the walls, of shadows that moved when she wasn't looking. She described the same heavy presence I felt, a cold companion that never left her side. The last entry was scrawled, frantic. The house wants a soul. It feeds on loneliness. It promises forever, but it's a cage. Don't let the clock strike 12. It's the witching hour, the feeding hour. It will make you part of its collection. A cold dread washed over me. This wasn't just a haunting, this was a trap. Suddenly, the air grew thick, impossibly cold. A shadow detached itself from the corner of the room, elongating, coalescing into a vaguely human shape. It had no features, just a deeper darkness where a face should be. A voice, like dry leaves skittering across pavement, whispered directly into my mind. "Get out," it rasped, the sound vibrating through my very bones before the final bell. The house is waking. It's hungry. The figure pointed a long, shadowy finger towards the grand staircase. "Leave. Now." I didn't need to be told twice. I bolted from the room, the diary clutched in my hand, its warning burning through the leather. I scrambled down the stairs, stumbling, my lungs burning. The house seemed to fight me. The hallway stretched, becoming an impossible length. The air grew thick like molasses, slowing my every step. From all around me, whispers erupted, the names of people I've never met, their voices filled with an eternal, sorrowful plea. The grand clock in the foyer began to chime. Bung! My heart seized. I threw myself at the front door, rattling the handle, pounding my fists against the unyielding wood. Bong! The whispers grew louder, weaving into a chorus of despair. I could feel hands, cold and spectral, brushing against my arms, my back pulling me away from the door. Bong! The third chime. The chimes continued, each one a hammer blow to my sanity. 4:5:6. The house groaned, the very walls seeming to breathe, to tighten around me. I could see the lock on the door, an intricate, rusted mechanism. My fingers fumbled, slick with sweat. 7:8:9. The whispers were inside my head now, Alara's voice joining the others. "Too late?" she sighed. 10. I twisted the key I'd found on the floor. A desperate, final gamble. It wouldn't turn. 11. The pressure in the house was immense, crushing me. I gave one last, desperate heave at the door as the final chime began to ring. Bong! The sound of the 12th chime didn't fade. It resonated, sinking into my bones, into my very soul. A strange calm washed over me. The panic, the fear, it all just evaporated. The crushing weight lifted, but I felt transparent. I looked at my hands. They were shimmering, fading. The diary fell from my grasp, landing silently on the floor. I was no longer solid. I was part of the house now, just like Alara, just like all the others, an eternal watcher, trapped behind the windows. I turned, my new, hollow eyes looking towards the dusty road. A car was approaching, a lone traveler, drawn by the silhouette of a house not on any map. He was looking for a place to rest for the night, and the front door. Well, it was waiting to grown open, as if it had been expecting him all along. The house is always hungry, and the collection must grow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the dark, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You never know what story we'll uncover next.